In the year 793, a quiet island off England's coast trembled under the shadow of sails. Oars sliced through the waves, and the silhouettes of warriors moved like ghosts in the fog. These were the Vikings, and their arrival shattered the calm of a world unprepared. How did a people from the rugged north rise to become legends of fire and sea? Step onto the wind-swept shores of Scandinavia, where the Viking Age was born. Picture a land where winter grips the earth for months, where jagged cliffs meet churning seas. This is Scandinavia in the 8th century, a place of stark beauty and relentless challenge. Here, in what are now Norway, Denmark, and Sweden, small communities thrived against the odds. Villages of longhouses dotted the landscape, their timber frames standing firm against howling winds. Inside, families gathered around hearths, their hands busy with tools, carving, weaving, forging. The camera pans across a village, catching the backs of figures tending to nets or sharpening blades. The land yielded little. Rocky soil and short summers made farming a struggle. To survive, these people turned to the sea, their boats hauling fish and trading furs and amber along ancient routes. From above, the fjords stretched like veins through the land, connecting scattered clans led by chieftains. These were a people shaped by hardship, their lives a testament to resilience and ingenuity. But beneath this quiet existence, pressure was building a spark that would ignite the Viking Age. What drove the Vikings to sail beyond their shores, axes in hand? The answer lies in a collision of need and ambition. By the late 8th century, Scandinavia's population was swelling. Villages grew crowded, and the rocky land could no longer feed everyone. Young warriors, with no fields to inherit, faced a future of struggle or a chance for glory. The climate turned harsher, winters biting deeper, summers fleeting, resources dwindled, and tales of distant lands reached the fjords. Across the sea, wealthy towns and monasteries stood vulnerable, their riches ripe for the taking. The camera follows a longship's prow cutting through waves, its crew hidden in shadow. These early Scandinavians were not just farmers. They were traders and explorers, their boats already crossing seas to barter with far-off markets. But trade alone couldn't satisfy the hunger for wealth and status. A culture that prized courage and bold deeds pushed young men to seek their fortunes abroad. The stage was set for a new era, one of sail, steel, and conquest. At the core of the Viking Age stood a masterpiece of craftsmanship, the longship. Imagine a vessel that dances over waves, swift as a hawk, strong as the oaks it was carved from. Its curved prow slices through storms, its sail billows like a living thing. These ships were the Vikings' greatest weapon, carrying them to the edges of the world. Built from sturdy oak, longships were both light and durable. Their shallow keels let them glide through rivers or cross open seas. A single square sail harnessed the wind, while oars powered through calm or chaos. The camera lingers on hands, weaving ropes, shaping wood, forging iron nails, no faces, just the work of creation. Building a longship was a village's pride. Every plank, every nail, was a step toward adventure. When finished, these ships could carry dozens of warriors, their shields gleaming along the hull. The longship was more than a vessel. It was the heartbeat of the Viking Age, a bridge between dreams and destiny. In the summer of 793, a storm broke over Lindisfarne, a small island off England's coast. Its monastery, a haven of wealth, stood unguarded save by stone and solitude. Then, from the mist, longships emerged. Warriors stormed ashore, their silhouettes dark against the dawn. Axes flashed, and the monastery's treasures, gold, silver, relics, were swept away in a tide of fire and steel. This raid sent shockwaves through Europe. Lindisfarne was no mere attack. It was a declaration. The Vikings had arrived. Over the next decades, their longships struck like lightning across the British Isles and beyond. In Ireland, they carved paths to coastal settlements, founding trade hubs like Dublin. In England, they sailed rivers to plunder towns. In France, they rowed up the Seine, demanding tribute from shaken kings. Each raid was a masterclass in speed and strategy. The Vikings struck fast, vanishing before armies could muster. The camera pans across a burning village, then a map showing raid routes spreading like wildfire. These early strikes weren't just for loot, they were a proving ground, forging a reputation that would echo through the ages. Who led these daring raids? While many names are lost to the mists of time, some endure as legends. Ragnar Lothbrok, a name woven with myth, stands as a symbol of Viking ambition. Whether one man or many, his story inspired warriors to sail and conquer. The camera follows a lone figure, axe in hand, gazing over a stormy sea. Other leaders rose, too, like Ivar, whose cunning raids in England carved out new territories. These chieftains were strategists, balancing risk and reward, forging alliances and rivalries. Their leadership turned scattered raids into a wave that reshaped the map of Europe. From the fjords of Scandinavia, a new era was born. The Vikings, with their longships and unyielding ambition, had set the world ablaze. Their raids were just the beginning, a spark that would grow into empires, trade networks, and journeys to lands unseen. The camera sweeps over a stormy sea, the horizon alive with possibility. Join us in part 2, where we'll follow the Vikings as they build settlements, clash with kings, and sail beyond the known world. The saga has only begun.